Hello everyone, my name is ZCRGator and welcome back to Tier List Tuesday. Today's tier list is all about Halloween. That's right, these are the activities that you partake in the month of October and or on a Halloween day. But before we get into today's tier list, if you end up enjoying today's video, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, it really helps your boy out, and comment down below. What is your favorite thing to do on a Halloween and or favorite Halloween activity / October activity to do? I would absolutely love to know down below in the comments. But with that being said, we have a very standard tier list, just an S through F tier. I found a random tier list online that I will hopefully remember to link down below in the description. But with that being said, let's just get started, and we are starting it off with, what is this, bobbing for apples? I never found this fun. Not gonna lie, I never found this fun. I was never good at it. I never had the big jaw to bob for apples correctly. And I always felt like I was drowning anytime I would stick my head down to get the apple. So you know what? I'm gonna put that in F tier. You can miss me with some bobbing apples. I don't need it. I don't need it. But what we got here, going through a corn maze. Ooh, to me, I think that's a solid B tier. Now things could go really wrong here. There's a chance that you could get lost in the corn maze. But for me, that's got to be a skill issue. Just don't get lost and it'll be fun. You know what? Just don't get lost and it'll be fun. You know what else is also really fun? Halloween decorations. Setting up the Halloween decorations for your house. That's got to be an S tier. Because you know what I want? I want the spookiest house on the block. So that's what I'm trying to do. S tier, easy for me. You know what also is pretty sick? I think dressing up for Halloween is pretty cool. I'm assuming this is what this is dressing up for Halloween. I actually have no idea. I'm just going to assume that's what they mean with this, unless this means you're going out with a lady friend and or a man guy, and you're having fun with your partner. And if that's the case, that's also pretty cool too. But I'm just going to assume this is dressing up. And dressing up for Halloween is always a must. You have to dress up for Halloween. It's Halloween. You know what? S tier. That's an S tier thing to do for Halloween. You know what's also pretty cool? Handed out some candy. I mean, you gotta every now and then you gotta be the nice person. You gotta be the house that has the good candy. You want to be known as the person that's got the good candy. You want the full stock chocolate bars. And you want people to remember that. And you want people to go, you know what? I like this house. Next year, I'm getting the good chocolate bar. I'm getting the good Kit Kat bars from this house. And it's also a prime opportunity to scare people too, if you really want to. I'm not going to do that. I feel like that's a mean thing to do, even though it's Halloween. By handing out candy and just seeing the joy on people's faces, I think that's an A tier thing to do. You know what's also pretty cool? Watching Halloween specials and or horror movies. I'm down to do that in the month of October. I mean, I'm down to do that in most other months too, but in the month of October especially, that's the best time to do it. So easy A tier for me. You know what's also a really cool thing to do? Halloween cookies. Now, if you're like me, the state that I live in, our grocery store sells these little Halloween cookies. And to come, actually, funny enough, it is a bat, it is a ghost, and it is a pumpkin. And they're little sugar cookies. And my favorite one is easily the ghost. The ghost sugar cookie tastes so good. He's the best sugar cookie. And because of that, easy A tier. I like me some ghost sugar cookies. I can mess up the ghost sugar cookies. The pumpkin's pretty alright. The bat, he tries. I'm not the biggest fan of the chocolate sugar cookie. That one just never really settled too well. It was a funky taste. But the ghost, that's a good one. That's a good one. What is this? What do we got? Cutting out Halloween decorations? For me, I'm not really the most arts and crafts person, so that's like a C tier for me personally. But a haunted house, I think that's a solid B tier. I haven't been to like a really good haunted house, but the ones I've been to are alright. You know what? They did just enough to get a little bit of a spook in me. But that's about it. That's about it. B tier. What is this? Partying on October? Yes, sir. You know what? We love to party. I love me some, if you're older, you get to partake in the nice drinks. But even if you're younger, make sure that you party with, make sure that you are doing things that you should be doing. Don't do things that you shouldn't be doing. Be responsible. Be responsible. Even if you're older, be responsible. Be a responsible partier. Because you can't have a good party without being responsible. And or if you're choosing to be unresponsible, make sure you have someone with you that is responsible. You have to make sure you got someone you trust with you. Gotta make sure. We gotta put that warning out there. If you're gonna go out and party, and you're going to choose to be unresponsible, make sure you have someone choosing to be responsible for you. So, above all that, just be responsible. Just have a good time, but also remember, you don't want it to be dangerous. You don't want to put yourself in any danger. You want to make sure it's a fun time for all involved, including yourself. So party responsibly. Up next, what is this, TPing? That's an F tier thing to do. That's not a cool thing to do, man. I'm telling you, it might not sound like the cool, when you're younger, maybe it sounds more fun to do. Don't go TP in people's houses. Come on, man. That's a lot to clean up. That's annoying to clean up. And at some point, that's going to be your house getting TP'd. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's a bad thing to do. Don't do it. But you know what's a cool thing to do? Halloween food. I can mess me up some Halloween food, some candy, some pumpkin-themed items. Yeah, I can mess all of those up. I would be very happy to get any of those stuff. So, yeah. You come at me with all that stuff, and I'm a very happy camper. Now, up next, pumpkin carving. I was horrible at pumpkin carving, but it's still fun to make your own little jack-o'-lantern, to make your own little pumpkin carving, to make a little spooky pumpkin. Always a fun activity. I always found it to be very fun. What I find to be meh, just pumpkin patch. Like, I don't know. There's not really much to the pumpkin patch. For me personally, I just see pumpkins and that's kind of it. Like, it's cool, I guess. I don't know. It's an October thing to do. So, sure, C tier. And then I feel like we've already had this because we already had the one lady handing out candy. This is just handing out. I guess I take this back. This is the actual act of going trick-or-treating. So this is you going out trick-or-treating. Obviously, for me, now that I'm older, this is kind of overrated because I'm not really the biggest trick-or-treater anymore now due to age. However, as a kid, this is like the #1 thing to do on Halloween. So as a kid, easily the best thing you can do. Now that I'm older, meh. I'm now the lady handing out the candy, and/or I'm the one going to the Halloween party. But this is objectively an S tier thing. Going trick-or-treating is objectively S tier. Probably the #1 thing to do on Halloween. But with that being said, I think that wraps up today's video. If you ended up enjoying today's video, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It really helps your boy out. And comment down below. What is your favorite activity to do on Halloween and/or in the month of October? I would absolutely love to know down below in the comments. But with that being said, hope you all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day, a spooky rest of your day, and a fantastic and spooky rest of your week. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye-bye.